Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful people. My name is Francine, and this is my channel, The Hermetic Herald, here for another channeled message, and this is going to be a pick a card reading. So I, as a mom, know that time is of the essence, so I am going to get right into it soon, but I do want to give you guys a disclaimer that if you're new, welcome in. That's not the disclaimer, but I just want to say welcome, and also I am primarily clairaudient, so what I'm going to be doing today is a pick a card on what messages do your spirit team have for you at this moment that they're needing to impart or share with you. There's something about in the collective there being like a desire, at least for me with pick a card readings. So I don't typically do them, but I would like to hear some feedback, some constructive criticism on this reading. And I want you to go with where you're led. I don't want anyone to feel pressured into picking one of the four piles. If none of them seem to be calling to you, that means there's not a message here for you today, and that's okay. I feel like there's always enough pick a card readings out there in the world where we can have our pick, no pun intended, our pick of readings and also of energies. So I feel like this is going to be specific for four groups of people. Pile one, what's interesting is I thought I was going to go in the opposite direction, but they're leading me to say this is pile one with the carnelian stone. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like if I can. It's going to be a flat carnelian stone for you guys. Pile two is going to be this carved bird, swan figurine that I got. Pile, ooh, wants to fall over too. Pile three is going to be the rose quartz stone. And pile four is going to be this caged fossil-like stone. I don't remember the name. I feel like you guys should just tune into what draws you in. Please feel free to pause the video to see what resonates for you, and we will begin. So I'm going to be doing this in one video, so let's move on to pile one here. So let's take all of this. And feel free to speed it up too. I feel like that function is not utilized in the collective enough. Speed that shit up if you feel like it. I do that all the time. Okay, let's get some selenite. Okay, so what I would like to do is channel for you guys a little bit, see what comes through without looking at the cards. Okay. I'm getting the energy of a shepherd, someone who likes to protect others, who wants to hold others, who wants to encamp around them, to preserve people. There's an energy coming from you guys where you exude a confidence is what I'm hearing. And there's a clarity that comes with that. Your connection is not severed. You're quite connected, pile one, quite connected to your spirit team. I don't know, I'm hearing diocese, so you might have had like a past relationship in like maybe a religion of some sort. Religious beliefs are coming through, specifically Catholic. So if you feel like that little tidbit of information resonates, you're the one I'm talking to here. They're talking to, it feels like. There's something about you being ethereal. The color green, I'm getting a very elemental as well energy from this group. It feels very grounded, feels very serene, very like heart chakra. So there's something about heart chakra activations, and I know that all sounds like a bunch of words. Heart chakra activation, just opening up your heart space to your emotions, to your feelings, to how you interact with the world and how you process the emotions within you. There's something about you guys processing that and it being effective. They're just wanting to communicate with you more on how effective you can be in processing some emotions, some big emotions. I'm feeling like there's a Sagittarius listening that needs to know that this is for them. And it's a sun, Sagittarius sun. For a split second I heard sun, so it might be a message for someone who is referred to as son of so-and-so. Very interesting. So S-U-N-S-O-N is significant here. Ethereal. Just getting an ethereal vibe from you guys. Let's see what messages are coming through. Carnelian typically is about creativity because it represents I'm hearing the epitome of that sacral chakra, your connection to your sexuality, connection to your creativity, to your passion. There's something about that being addressed as well. So I wanted to do a Galactic Heritage card to represent the overall theme for you guys. Wow, living in the now, number 85, and it's represented by the cetacean or cetacean dolphin, parallel realities, parallel realms. This is something that I really find a lot of pleasure in, is learning more about these cards, because a lovely viewer mentioned them to me. They might even be watching this now. They're very deep. There's a lot of messages within them, and I'm just going to tune into how this connects to you, because this is about being present. There's a need for you to be in the now. There's something about creating, and I'm hearing tuning and also winding. There's this thing about weaving your patterns or weaving your story together, and you're doing it in the dream state. You're doing it passionately, because I feel like the dolphin energy is somehow linked to you, whether it be that you have the dolphin spirit totem beside you, and that's all about play. That's all about having a fearlessness about you. I'm getting the energy of, when someone interesting, someone here might have a Japanese background or love kanji or anime. Something about, I saw the period here, the circle, and this, and it reminds me of or some, like, if you guys know the kanji, let me know. Of course it's not going to be exact, but it looks just like something to me for a reason. I feel like someone's been punched in the gut or hurt by a situation not too long ago, and it's like their spirit team is trying to encourage, your spirit team is trying to encourage you to not let it get you down, but to play and to flow through the emotions, to flow through the fears, through the pain, because I feel like I'm hearing emotional depravity is something that is very common in the world, and they don't want you to be emotionally distanced from the experience, whatever that was and however painful that was for you. It's like almost like someone feels like the wind was knocked out of them by something or some circumstance in their life. This could even, it feels like something recent, because it feels like with living in the now, it's like you have to really feel the emotions that you're processing now. But this could be a past pain that comes to you, and it just comes out of nowhere, and it just knocks the wind out of you, or just makes you feel breathless. They want you to be more present and allow yourself to flow through the pain, and to not become the pain, right? To not identify with it necessarily, but to see that it flows like water. You might be a water sign specifically, or you might live in Florida or like some place or like a tropical location. That's significant. Your ancestry might be from a tropical location as well. So let's look at, before we get into your advice with the Archangel cards and everything else, let's see if I can get you guys a little explanation from the book before I continue, because it's important for me to kind of grasp it with you of what else there is to say about this. So we have living in the now. Dolphin consciousness, more evolved than human, has the capacity to be rooted in the present moment and to live fully there. This explains their playful nature and how interactions with them bring humans into balance. As the human species and brain evolve, we will need to develop this skill as well. In doing so, we free ourselves from attachments of the past and worries of the future to create an abundance of energy for the now moment. This creates more joy and profound feelings of connectedness to the universe. Every day, focus on your breath. Keep attention rooted there. Now is all that exists. Get your mind out of the clouds is what I'm hearing. Get your mind out of the future, thinking about either the past or the future and how things will go. There's something about holographic healing coming through as well. I feel like someone here might also be from Miami. I'm just getting the energy of someone here needing to be present, to take a breath. Someone here needs to learn how to actually, it's like initiate thoughtful breaths every now and then in their day-to-day activities, like just taking a deep breath, letting your lungs completely fill in and exhale all of that air, kind of like really resetting your lungs. Because I feel like I don't know if you guys are also gifted with regards to your voice as well, or you just have a beautiful voice that's coming through. But there's something about your lung capacity, and like there's something about you always having like what I was saying, guys, with being knocked out, knocked like your breath is knocked out. I feel like there's something about that, about gasping for breath or feeling like you're just holding on to the present moment and it feels like it's eluding you. They want you to know that there is a way in which they would like to have you process the emotions, and it involves breathing and music, because I just heard music outside. Someone here needs to listen to music and allow themselves to just breathe. What messages from the Work Your Light Oracle deck should we share? It's Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, teacher or priestess, mystic and teacher. We also have awakening, spiritual upgrades, a new way of being and integration. So you guys are going through another step in your awakening process, regardless of where you started and where you came from. You are in a process of this awakening, which is progressive. It will continue until you leave, until you exit this world, integrating all of your experiences. There's someone that needs to take the Four of Swords energy of allowing their mind to rest, allowing themselves to really take in and let the moment presently envelop them, as painful as it is, in order to integrate the experience that you guys have just had. There's something about recently that happening for someone. I keep getting that Sagittarius energy. I'm also getting like a horse. I don't know if there's like someone here that loves horses. Don't know why. It's something about endurance, I think, is why the horse archetype, or the horse, like the animal, is coming through to me. There's something about the present moment being so beautiful. And a lot of us don't see it that way. Sometimes we see it as, it's all right, it's something now. Wait until the future comes. It'll be better. It'll be way better. There's something about being compassionate with yourself and also being present in the moment and not letting yourself get caught up. Someone here might be getting caught up in achieving like the end of a certification and getting to the end result, to being able to go out there and help people as a mystic and as a teacher. And this is a huge foundational thing that is needed in every practice. This is life. Like this is something, regardless of what you do, it's a way of life. So I feel as though your spirit team is saying, like, we want to integrate. We want you to integrate this experience of being present and living in the now, so that then you can share this with people and teach them how to do the same, how to operate in the same way, how to respond in the same way. Something about sound is significant. When I heard like the sound outside, the music, something about like really like, I'm hearing blaringly loud. So like, I don't know if you guys are listening to music really loud. Open your ears. So there's something about opening your ears up and being aware of what's going on around you. Yeah, sound on. Have your sound on. This is like energetically having your feelers out, like you're being aware of what's going on around you. It seems as though you guys are going to see a lot of things really soon if you guys just spend that second in that moment, breathing in and exhaling and looking at what you've devoted yourself to and how far you've come already. You're at the pinnacle of success is what I'm hearing. It's like you already are joining two big things. Like there's two huge, I don't know if these are tower moments, but literally I'm looking at this picture and I'm seeing like how this like house or triangle is above them. There's so much symbolism here, but I feel as though it's like two towers that converged, two things that you're at the center of. Like you've been through some really big moments, huge upheavals, and I feel like they're trying to get you to be present in that moment and feel through that energy. You're more powerful than you think. If you feel like it's a lot, it's okay. There's just something happening with your energetic body where you're able to withstand more than you think you can, because you've already excelled or moved above in your ascension process. You are able to take on this. You are able to do this. Okay. Something about Cleopatra or Egyptian mythology is significant. You might have like a connection to Egypt. You might be a Sirius starseed. There's something about that, or Arcturian starseed. Those two are coming to my mind, and on Andromeda, when I think of dolphins, those three are very significant. You might feel like you just want to be free. Like you feel like you can't even really be free because of other things. And I'm hearing apologetic. Your spirit team is apologetic that you're experiencing certain things right now. They understand the overall picture and they get it. But there's also, it doesn't mean that it's not okay to be apologetic that you still have to experience certain things. But I'm hearing resonating. They resonate with that. It makes me feel like that you have like ascended masters on your team, because they understand truly what you're going through in a way where it's like they've integrated that experience. And I feel like you may be, there's something here about ascended masters on your team being like, we get it, we've been in there with you, we've been in the fire with you, we understand the trial of living in the now, of being present. You may have been born in 85 as well. We have Don Juan as the archetype they want you to embody to get through this situation and through their advice for you. So that's about being, that spotlights your positive seductive qualities. Move through this thing. Like they want you to create a masterpiece through it. This experience of whatever upgrades you're experiencing right now that are really dense or really difficult, and there's like this tension in your body, they want you to loosen up and dance. They want you to allow yourself to create. And I feel like that is why we had the carnelian stone for you guys, because I feel as though your sacral chakra is going through a revamp, or like going through a process of like exhuming. I'm hearing exhuming, and you know when something's exhumed, it like spreads. It's intense, and they want you to kind of be able to address it. Now, someone here might be going like not knowing how to express what they feel, and they might be resorting to self pleasure of some sort, but they're saying you need to move through the feelings and allow them to flow through you, and actually take the time to be present when you're doing that. So as someone here needs to know that it's okay to open up to like doing things to in order to quench some flame within you, living presently, being present in the moment when you're pleasing yourself. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know if I'm gonna be like whatever but I feel like that's important for someone here. I feel like that's something that you should do. Being more present will give you more pleasure in life, and you'll feel more like you're not just, it's not just a fleeting moment. I feel like someone here feels like sex is fleeting as well. Just a pretty face is what I'm hearing, or like it's all about like certain mechanistic. Someone here has a way of looking at it too. Sexuality and such is very like mechanistic, like a robot. Like, oh, you look like this, you act like this, I want this, let's do this. It's like very like detached, and there's this energy of being present in those moments. If you have a partner, being present with them in those moments of intimacy, being present with the people closest to you, because I'm seeing this Don Juan dancing with his partner, and I feel like you guys are maybe dancing with someone or in a relationship with someone, and they're trying to tell you you're going through an upgrade, and we know you have people around you that are being affected by these said upgrades, and we want them to also be able to flow with you and commingle with you is what I'm hearing. So they want you to know you're not alone, and that you also are a feminine. So there's like something about your feminine energy being healed or addressed. The beauty of creation, of creating your own flow. Create your own flow. Even like try out just dancing and not even caring if you know how to do X, Y, or Z dance that's out there that's like trending. Just dance. Like, I don't know, I just feel like that energy of you are a priestess, you can create, you're an alchemist. Create something that's raw and real, and it can be with you and just you alone. It doesn't have to be with someone yet, unless you trust that you can be that person. And if you are with someone that you don't feel like you can trust being yourself with, I feel like that's another thing they want to talk to you about. But we're gonna keep going. Strength. This is Leo energy. I feel like someone here is a fire sign. There's something about a significant Leo placement. It says your advice is strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. There's some sense of forgiveness, of letting go, of flowing through the moments that come through and the moments that count, the moments that matter, and having a confidence about yourself. Like this lion, you're being tended to by the spiritual realm. I'm almost hearing like be that hedonist. There's a hedonistic energy coming through this reading, so it feels as though there's something about you holding your tastes or your interests or your palate for certain things, and being more like I'm thinking more of the future, I'm thinking more of what's going to happen to me when I die type energy, rather than being present with yourself and being honest with yourself. There's some healing that's coming through that, and through being kind to oneself. they're putting that spotlight on this aspect of your experience. So I hope this helps you, pile one. I really do love hearing comments, so please comment if this resonated for you and how, if you feel comfortable. Like, share, and subscribe for more. I'm looking forward to doing more of these with you. So take care, and we'll move on to pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. So I may have to pause and come back if I have to take care of things at home. But if you picked this sculpture or this little crafty thing of like a bird, swan figurine, this is your reading. So I wanted to just kind of start off with the overall energy and the theme for this reading. So I used the Galactic Heritage cards. This is going to be the overall message for you from your spirit team. What message do they have for you that you need to hear at this moment in time? We have the power of sound. So if you guys felt drawn to pile number 1, this may be a confirmation to check that out as well. If not, let's keep going. So the power of sound, Vega. Wow, some people have there's like a connection to mer people with this group. This is going to get real spiritual. Take what resonates, because I always want to embody what I feel familiar with, and I feel like that's coming through. If you guys have like a past in Vega and you know about being a starseed, you feel like you resonate with being a starseed, there's something about Vega and your home. There's I'm hearing a homelessness energy coming through this reading already. If you feel like you don't know where your home is, or you feel like you've lost your home and you're kind of wandering, this may be your message. There's something about the power of music getting you through I'm hearing various weaknesses. I'm hearing 41, so someone here might be 41, someone here might be 20 as well. There's something about you. And what's interesting I'm hearing is vague about these experiences and about the profoundness of your feeling homelessness or feeling homesickness. There's something about feeling lost or feeling like you're kind of aimlessly wandering in some form or fashion, and music helping you connect and feel like someone gets you. And this is something that's really beautiful about the frequency of music, but they're specifically talking about that right now. Aquarius energy is coming through in this reading. So if you're an Aquarius, they're saying any of the 3, because sometimes I specifically get a sun, but it's sun, moon, rising for this reading here. Someone here felt like they were a test tube baby, or they were a test tube in the sense of like people were experimenting around them with them. They felt like people were just pouring in stuff and seeing how they could break you or how they could make you a certain way, or I'm getting a really interesting vibe from you guys. You guys have a deep past, and I'm getting like blues and greens, blue being significant, the throat chakra. There's something about talking or speaking about something very pressing on your mind and your heart, something that's really important about your path. There's also this energy of like blue and green with like creation, with the earth. Your connection is so divine and so like deep with earth. You're an older soul, I feel like you might feel like there's been things that have been tampered with, like your destiny in some way has been tampered with, in that there were people around you that impacted you in negative ways potentially, and you felt like you just were like a victim of that. Something about a victim mentality in the past is significant. You don't have to have this mentality, but there's something about it being present in your Akasha, or like your experience, whether that be here or in Vega. There's something about that. Your experience is listless. I'm just hearing listless, which is making me feel like if you did feel, like I said earlier, drawn to pile 1, you may have something in there for you as well, because I mentioned something there. Let's look at these 2 work your light cards to see what's going on. We have inner temple coming through. Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Your heart is a gateway. Your heart is a portal. Your heart's speaking to you in ways that you more than you know. Okay, with regards to the music and what you're listening to as well. We have priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? I feel as though you felt voiceless at times and someone else was able to speak into your life, or to speak, to share music, to share their gifts with you, and you were just caught in a whirlwind. You're just like, there's people out there that understand me, there's people that get me, and there's this energy of you feeling like you're just like, it fills you up to hear these things, to hear these other people that have these experiences like yours. You may be the person that's looking and searching for some link to you, to feel that connection constantly. I'm hearing rewiring it, like always going and looking and searching externally. And there's something about you that you have that within you, and there's something about you being called to step up and share what you have. You may have a beautiful voice, someone here does, and there's something about birds. You may just have like a really sweet higher pitch to your voice as well. There's something about you being cloaked in their feathers, because I'm looking at this priestess and I'm thinking like, wow, it's an honor. You have so many people around you in your spirit team. They're so varied. I feel like I'm getting like animal totems. I'm getting like historical figures. There's a lot of people around you throughout history that are on your team. I feel as though you're cloaked with them, and they're coming in this reading to talk about the seat of your happiness and like the seat of your joy. How are you being called to present your joy? Do you believe that you have your own, like, it's like your own interlude in a piece, in a symphony that we call this world, this like experience? Like you have something to present or to provide the collective, and that you have something unique in your heart, within your heart space, that needs to be heard. There's something about your voice with the I was hearing blue and green, but now I'm hearing red. So there's something about your groundedness and who you are. Your foundation is coming into the forefront of this reading, as well as your voice of sharing that groundedness, of sharing that foundation you have and are settled on. And I feel as though you've been through some really dark stuff, because I'm getting that red. I'm picturing red, but there's black in it, and black is not intrinsically bad. It's just the absence of something naturally as a color. So it's just something about like there being an absence of like a lack of blood flow or something to your foundation, like something trying to cut off that connection you have to your source. And they're trying to talk about your story. Like your story is very important. Your voice is very important. You should share your convictions is what I'm hearing. You should share your convictions. And I feel like someone here might have like a connection to Sirius, the star system, or be a Sirius starseed, or have them on their team. So let's get into the archetypes they'd like you to embody to help you through this. We have a Samaritan, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Wow. We also have, wow, we have 3. Child magical, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. You are sacred, you are beautiful, you are loved, and you are also there's like this ability for you to achieve something that you thought maybe was a little lofty, whether it be fame or status of some sort. You have sacred beauty within you, and there's something about you uniquely coming into this realm, into this world, into this reality to do what you see people doing. And that's why you're attracted to what they do. That's because you should do that as well. Not the exact way. There's nuances to how we present all of us in the collective. There's something about your past. Past is coming through, the words past. And we have saboteur coming through. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Someone here made you feel small or tried to cut off your connection to source by saying things or drilling into you, maybe as a child from your parents or someone close to you, that you can't get off the foot without them, or you can't get off of like something about getting stuff rolling or being able to accomplish something without a specific person, or without their presence, or without their affection or their acceptance. And that is not the case. Even they need to be lifted up, because their countenance was low at one point and it is persisting. And that is why it's like you're meant to show them. Even like, I'm not saying spend your time trying to convince someone of something, but I'm saying just being yourself and shining your light, being a Samaritan energy, being that child magical, being the person who's your creative, who actually has a lot to impart. There's like a fae energy too to this, like an elemental energy as well. there's something transcendent about your team. Tower. I'm hearing tower and I'm seeing the light. There's something about the star chakra. Maybe you have some interest in that. There's something about you going beyond 3D, beyond that, beyond 4D. There's something about beyond, like, your body, your physical body is not what I'm talking about. It's your spirit, your light body. You might also be a twin, or you might have a sibling that's really close to you in age that's coming through here. Maybe you tried to lift them up. Maybe you gas them up more than you gas yourself up at times, but they see your potential and they're mentioning that as well. And I'm hearing Jacqueline, so there might be someone here with the name Jackie. Jacqueline is significant. Or you might, the letter, it starts with a J for sure. I'm just seeing these two people and that name came to mind specifically. Eco-friendly is also what I'm hearing. So I don't know if you guys have like some advancements or ideas that you want to bring to the collective that would be helpful with the planet, with helping with waste. There's something about like you seeing the beauty in others. You need to see the beauty in yourself more. There's something about that as well. Devotion to your heart and how beautiful that heart is. All the dust or whatever tried to accumulate on it, or I tried to, it's like cover it. It never changed the soul value of your heart and of your prowess and of your gifts. Saboteur is just don't disempower yourself or let other people do this to you. There's something about gassing yourself up. Like when I'm seeing this this hot air balloon, gas yourself up. Why are you? I'm hearing magical nights, like. I don't know, there's something about you just having either staying up at night, and there's times where you just like, you dream, or you have some dreams about doing things, and you have it all in your head, and you spend that time at night kind of getting it out. There's something about that, and like gassing yourself up and like using that to empower you, propel you. What is your advice, Page of Gabriel? We have energetic, brave, optimistic, and playful. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. So this is an opportunity. They want you to take hold of this opportunity for adventure. You have an adventure awaiting you. You have something really exciting coming for you. You have something about a talisman or something that they're going to craft or hand to you or give to you in some way, through it being, you know, either a person you meet along the way, or like just you crafting this yourself. I don't know if you guys have like an artistic like ability where you make talismans or you make gifts of some sort, amulets, or something that helps people, and it'll help you venture into the spirit world is what I'm hearing. This is very spiritual, very beautiful energy. Something about Archangel Gabriel is significant to you guys. I don't know if you call on the angels specifically. Yeah, energetic. Continue to remain energetic and hopeful and optimistic, because you're going to need to really trust and believe in yourself, because that is what will take you to the heights. And there's something about you going above and beyond, like really, really helping other people as that priestess energy. So I hope this helps you, Pile 2. I'm going to let my camera cool off. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Also comment on what resonated for you if it did resonate. And that is what I'll leave you with for now. I hope to see you soon, and let's move on to pile number 3. Pile 3. I had to take a break. I had to get some water. I want to also mention that Spirit was mentioning water to you guys specifically. And also something about London. So I don't know if someone here is from London. Took a trip to London, and that's significant, but that's coming through. 58 is also coming through, so that might be your age, or the number is significant numerologically. So if you chose pile 3 with the rose quartz, this message is for you. What messages does your spirit team, your spirit guides have for you today? I wanted to start off with a theme. So let's see what the theme of this message is. We have logic and reason, Vega, present energies. So number 26 is significant. You could be 26. And there's someone here going to school, because when I first looked at that, someone here goes to school. So if you are currently studying for something, it feels like a technical school of some sort. If you're feeling like you have like a major headache or something like that, or you have something going on with your mental space, this is just going to be a word for someone specific here. This is about like either having something happening with your brain as far as an aneurysm, or like really serious medical issues with regards to your brain. Something cerebral or something like going on with your brain specifically. It's coming through here. This is only going to resonate for a couple of people, but I feel like there's something about you being very intellectual. They want you to see something logically and reasonably. I know sometimes we can get ourselves up in the air and think about all of the like spiritual aspects of an experience, and we can ask the questions over and over, like, what is it? What should I do? And you want to, kind of let other people tell you and dictate what it is just to confirm your suspicions. And I get that, because I do that, and everyone I think does that. But there's something about you needing to be reasonable, and something needs to be logical. It means that you know what the answer is already. There's something about A to Z going by the book, because I'm seeing the card by the book from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And if you guys are well versed in pick a cards, you've probably seen that deck before. Maybe there's a message in there for you guys. Why am I getting that message? So there's something about going by the book here. I don't have it, but by the book is about going in a sequential order with things. I feel like something is taking its natural course, and they want you to take, just like you are taking a course, for those people that are actually going through something experimental in school or in technical school of some sort. I'm just getting a visualization of you being a student in a classroom, regardless of how that looks for you, and you having to just kind of see that the answer is very clear and that it's not as complicated as it may seem. So they want to clarify something to you with regards to a decision you need to make, and then also being reasonable with yourself and letting go. Because I feel as though someone here is getting a big head, or they're getting like ahead of themselves. There's something significant about this picture with regards to this person. I feel as though you have like a head, something like an aspect of yourself that you have elevated or trusted in. There's something about, like, for instance, you going down a rabbit hole with some information that you were given, and it's like one thing is explained by this other thing and this other thing and this other thing. Before you know it, you don't even know how you got to that explanation and how you got to that conclusion. So there's something about them wanting to address your way of thinking, and also of how you got to a place to where you think this is what you should be doing. There's something about like specific, okay? This is not like, it doesn't have to be about your whole life purpose and your path. I'm not trying to derail you. That's something that isn't of your spirit team. That's something, there's something about just like a decision that you've made, or a way in which you see the way they communicate to you. They want to make it clearer. They want you to be confident and also have that information clarified for you. And we're going to see what else they tell me so that I can see what specifically this is. And it's something about either going to school, being in school, what you've learned in school, how it relates to what you know from what they've told you. And I'm hearing the etheric realms, or like what they've addressed with you, what they've like told you or written, what you journaled down from your experiences with them in the dream state, what your experiences have been with people in your community that you resonate with, because I'm getting 444 earlier. I feel like there's like a group of people that are kind of like facilitating this or helping you. And I'm hearing pulling you up by your bootstraps almost even. And I feel like there's something here about like your like not trusting something foundational, or at least going off on a tangent with that information, and they want to clarify it for you. Okay, so that's important. 56 is also important, so someone here could be 56 as well, or born 1956. Now you guys had the most archetype cards of any group, so I feel as though they're trying to give you 3 different ways of looking at the situation. But we'll look at, I feel intuitively that I need to go to this one card for the Work Your Light deck. The energy is Starseed. Yeah, you guys are Starseed. You guys are very intellectual. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were I'm feeling Arcturian, and I'm also getting the energy of an engineer, someone who can create solutions and like has a talent for redesigning and creating solutions. You could be a designer. Something about that is significant. And even if you're not doing that in school, you could have the talent and the capacity to redesign and rewrite something, because you can see it from the ground level and work your way up. You have a very architectural energy to you, even if you're not doing that in school. Bringing like bridging a gap between people that may understand something a certain way, and opening up their mind and expanding it to see it another way, which will then integrate that experience you have with them, and vice versa. You guys are going to be able to create something together. There's something about community and you building something big with a group of people, and your spirit team is behind that. They want to give you a tool or some information to make it clear on what it is you're doing. And you may have like a concern about how you're doing it, and they want to clarify it for you. So let's get into it. What is your advice? Okay, first one is the 9 of Ariel. So you may be, for instance, I'm seeing Ariel. So Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Your dreams are fulfilled. And it feels like this is going to be sun, moon, rising. It's just an energy, okay? I don't want you guys to get stuck on the earth energy and say that it's not for you. It says your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to success. A love for the beautiful things in life. So they want you to see that they know you're seeing all of the beautiful things that you can offer, the way you redesign solutions and come to an understanding. I feel as though you have a passion and a love for humanity. You have a passion and a love for building solutions, and you may be a Virgo energy that's coming through strong, because it feels like a servant-like energy, but also a very like independent energy. And I think of 9 of Pentacles, I think of the Hermit, I think of all of the Virgo type cards. So there might be a significant Virgo placement for you. Your dreams are being fulfilled. They're proud of you. Hard work leads to great success. You've been working hard as hell, and they're aware of that. They're not trying to tell you that you need to do more. They're more so trying to clarify what you've already done. Wow. That's beautiful. It's like when a teacher is in school, or like a teacher is looking over your shoulder and seeing that you've already gone through the process of figuring out an equation, and they're basically just telling you, oh, you just missed number 1. You just missed, you counted that wrong. So it just add what you missed and you're good. That's kind of how they're approaching you guys. And I feel like you guys need to just trust that you guys are doing a great job. It's not about you. It's just they see it from a higher perspective. 5 of Pentacles is here. That says you needn't go through your current challenges. I'm feeling like it also is your feelings. You shouldn't go through your current feelings alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So someone here feels frustrated as hell about an answer, or about a way in which they're doing something, or a caveat to what they're doing. They feel as though something has gone wrong, or they've misunderstood something, or someone told them the wrong thing, or they're leading or creating some kind of pathway that doesn't seem to have something that's solid. There's some question in your mind about something. I'm getting the essence that you are like probably looking at, like, I don't know why I saw flat, or like you might live in a flat, and that's why I'm getting that. I also mentioned like London, so you might say flat because you live at one. And then there's this, I'm just getting a lot of messages. Jeez Louise. You guys have a lot going on in your mind space. You guys are really smart. Really smart. And I feel like they're trying to say basically help is nearby. It's almost like they're a librarian and they have the resources for you to give you the answer and the nudge. And I feel like if you're watching yes or no, pick a cards or something like that, trying to get an answer that way, they see that you're doing that. But they're definitely wanting to give you clarity, because I feel like it's not just enough for them to say yes or no. We have the Wheel. We also have new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. I feel like you guys are having like, there's like a panic, some energy of like feeling like there's not enough time, and that there's a need for an end to a delay for you. A transition. Some fresh energies. It's like someone here is really like desiring some freshness in this. Of seeing of getting an answer so they can like they can continue the pathway that they've created. Wow. Okay. There's more coming through. It's like you guys are a machine. They're saying machine. You guys are like a machine mentally. You guys have a very mechanistic way of looking at something or life in general. That's very unique to you. I'm sure there's other people, of course, but like it's very profound to you, or specific. So I want to, you may have a child that's 10 as well. 5 to 10 is coming through. You might work a 9 to 5 and you feel like you don't have enough time to really focus on your dreams or on your goals, and then you feel like there's something missing in your thought process about maybe a spiritual event or experience, or of how the spiritual world, the immaterial world works. Something about you utilizing your gift of looking at challenges and finding a solution. You feel as though you're missing that. So let's look at what you need. What energies do you need to embody, or that will help free up this energy for you to get that answer? Because I feel like they want you to focus in on your posture, how you look at this situation. We have trickster, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Loosen up. Your answer is not going to come through as strategic or like as dry is what I'm getting as you expect it. It's going to come in a creative way, meaning you're going to likely experience something that gives you the answer. They want you to kind of lighten up and not be so hard on yourself, and to let them like orient you towards the answer and being flowy, like flowing through this and not being so strategic and stiff, okay? Her heroine is coming through. Passion for a journey of self-empowerment. Empower yourself and believe that you can find this answer and that you're capable of doing it. Just because you haven't found it yet, and it took quite some time for you to get even to a certain place in your understanding of the path, or understanding of this solution, or understanding of this path, of this machine. There's something about being empowered and knowing that you can get to the top of this mountain and that you have them with you. They're working with you. Listen to them a bit more. They want to talk to you. There's something about like your clairaudient abilities ramping up, or like utilizing that. Clairvoyant abilities as well, because I feel as though you might see the mountain, but they want you to know what's around you as you're going up the mountain. You kind of get focused on the objective and not on the things around you that are helping you. You might maybe have an idea, but you don't quite let that guide you up or propel you up, like encourage you. Sometimes you get a little bit like, yeah, I know you're there, but that's coming through. And we also have hedonist. You need to have more fun. There's this energy of inspiring creative energy to embrace the good things in life. Like, allow yourself to celebrate where you've come, how far you've come, where you have been, how you've done in those moments, in those valleys. Celebrate the beauty of life. Celebrate the beauty of the journey. You're going to get to the solution. I just want you guys to know that you're getting to the solution without a shadow of a doubt. But there's something about enjoying this moment, letting yourself open up to the experience and not allowing it to be something about the end all will make me happy. The end result will get me where I want to be. It's about the moments that count on the way up there. Because when you're up there, you're going to think, wow, I didn't really remember what happened on the process up there. And that could have that could have given me what I needed in order to move even further. There's something about not seeing the end goal as the main goal. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this helps you in your path and on your journey. I hope that I will see you guys again. Please like, share, and subscribe if you'd like more content like this. Please comment on what resonated for you if you feel comfortable. And as always, I should say, I'll see you next time, and I wish you all the best on your endeavors and in your journey. Take care. Bye. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, pile 4. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. This message is going to be for what does your spirit team have to tell you at this point in your stage, in your journey? So if you chose this pile, I had a couple of channeled messages come through for you guys. It's going to be, it may seem like it doesn't make sense, but everything I feel ties up into this message. So I was hearing rehab. So someone here might be going through rehabilitation of some sort, whether it be physical, physical therapy, or whether it be through some addictive pattern. This can be like an actual program that has some standardized way of operating, or it can be in the spiritual aspect, someone going through rehabilitation of how they perceive and how they address certain toxic patterns or addictions in their life. There's something about them wanting to address that with us. But there's this energy, I got the word politicians as well. So there's this energy of like, I'm hearing the fixed attitudes of politicians or how people operate in this world, of feeling like you need to succumb to certain avenues or ways of addressing things, and needing to heal certain patterns that you may have relied on that resulted in getting something that you needed, whether it be through the corporate ladder, whether it be through manipulation of some sort. This could be you feeling manipulated by others through that. Or you manipulating others. I'm not going to judge. I don't know why that's coming through until we get to the reading. So we're going to see what else comes through, but I just wanted to say that. So we have here for the Galactic, or from the Galactic Heritage card, a theme for you guys. That theme is alone time. And I'm hearing reframe. Something your spirit team wants you to reframe. And that almost feels like that rehabilitation energy that I was getting. So I feel like that's what's tying this in. Alone time, rehabilitation. Someone here needs to take time away from a situation. It feels like the Four of Swords as well. So I almost feel like some of these are connecting. If you guys felt like you were drawn to another pile, there is a reason. 25 is here, as well as Vega present. You may feel like you are, whoa, I heard on the Andes mountain, Andes. So someone here might travel, might love hiking, might love going up, like inclining, going up mountains, or you just really feel like you just want to use certain, I don't know if it's called euphemisms or like ways of speaking. Like you feel like you're just alone on a mountaintop. Like you're very good at like visualizing something like that or saying it. Very colorful, very like very creative way of looking at life, very lyrical. There's something about the art of your mind. There's a need for you to spend more time in solace with your spirit team, to have that time to kind of reconvene. So that rehabilitation energy is coming through. There's a reason why you need some time alone, whether this be from a specific person, or whether this be from a career path, whether this be from a way of thinking, of rehabilitating yourself so that you can see something clearer. Okay, so let's keep going. We have two cards coming through. We have the first, oh my gosh. I get this card all the time. This is take a break. You guys, I feel like that's really clear. Take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill is what it says. What's the second one? We have warrior woman. Damn, you guys are warriors. That's why you need to take a break. You need to actually spend time, because you need to reconvene, and you need to let your wounds be whatever wounds or whatever was clarified for you, in the sense that you began to see like certain weaknesses or certain toxic patterns or certain addictions. You can't just let yourself bleed out. You need to take the time to reconvene, the time to take solace in your energy, like just kind of letting yourself replenish. Someone here needs to replenish after a long and hard and arduous battle. You went to the top of the mountain. Now you need to rest there. You need to just take a moment, let them set up a tent for you, your spirit team, and let them take care of your wounds, any scratches you've gotten along the way, any fears, any attitude adjustments I'm hearing that need to be done. There's something about the word, like the prefix recalibration, refresh, refrain. You need to reconsolidate. You need to come back to yourself, come back to source, come back to your spirit. I don't know why I felt like doing this. So you guys need to like get into like prana, like working with your energy through, I don't know what modalities you guys are interested in, but something about yoga, something about like meditation, something about like your hands, like there's movements, certain things that are done in order to facilitate clearing out certain things or balancing your body, recalibrating it. You need to do that. Okay, they're saying, have you answered your deepest calling? And I'm almost hearing them say, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Can we get to like healing your wounds now? They love you like hell, but they're trying to say like, are you ready to just stop? Just to hold off for a second. And that's going to sound triggering to some people, but it's just like the energy. I cannot fake that or try to diminish what they're trying to tell you. It's saying to me, there's a big stop sign here. Pause. Okay. All the work you're doing to reconvene or to refresh yourself, to take a break, that is work. You don't need to add more to yourself, to your plate, when you know that when I feel like you know this too, when you know that you need that break, and that break is going to take some effort and some energy and some mental agility to take that time to not think anymore, or to just clear your mind for a bit. They're telling you that you need to do that. My camera might overheat, so if it stops, you will see a transition, but I'm going to continue, okay? So the energies of what they need you to do, the archetypes they want you to embody in this time, in this season of spending time focusing on your initiative, on your goal, and resting, is the beggar. They're saying confront empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. There's something about having humility for yourself, and when you know that you need to stop, or you need to hold off on something, there's this energy of abandonment and of having to go it alone. You're not truly alone. I want you guys to know that. If there's like an abandonment wound or a tendency to do everything in your own strength, to try to do things like your way, to exceed expectations that you set for yourself, because I feel like you guys are not necessarily like trying to get the attention or validation from others. You more so want the validation from yourself, that you did it, that you got there, that you made it, that you defied the odds. And that is not something that I'm trying to dump on or talk about negatively in any way, trust me, because I feel like I need this as well. This is something that all of us need to, especially if we're the type of person that has been used to or is accustomed to going it alone, and relying on self because others weren't coming through for them. That's understandable. There's just something here about you having these archetypes, rescuer, of providing strength and support to others in crisis, acting out of love with no expectation of reward. There's something about a Mercury in Virgo or Gemini. There's this energy of like the throat chakra. You guys speak to people, you guys fight for people on their behalf, I'm hearing behest or bequest. I don't know how that goes, that phrase, but it's coming through that way. There's this old energy with you guys. Like you guys have like an integrity and an honesty, and like something about you is just very, very, very solid. And they're trying to say like your sword is solid, your words are cutting the quick, they're getting to the deepest actions or the deepest motivations of people. You're doing a lot of work, you're helping them. This is like also compassionate words, but there's something about turning those compassionate words to yourself and letting your spirit team really give you all of what you give to the collective. There's something about that here. Like they want to give you a pass to just rest and take time to yourself and tend to your wounds, or tend to your triggers, or tend to something that along the way that is really getting you down or making you feel down. You might have a past with regards to Andromeda. You may have a Libra moon. You may also have a Libra North node. There's something about like also a history in Vega. If you were a star seed, if I didn't say that earlier, is coming through. That's very important. So they want you to know that they know you're not a beggar. They know that you're able and willing to do what you need to, and to go beyond, to do all you can in your power. And I almost feel like I'm tripping up on my words. So if you guys are feeling like you're tripping up on your words and you're usually a great communicator, it's because there's something about there needing to be more clarity in your mental space and spending more time with yourself. And also just letting yourself like refresh your voice. Even your voice might be going as well. For some of you, if that resonates, please take that as a sign. Your advice from your spirit team is the 10 of Cups. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. You guys have done so many things. You should be pleased. They want you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. They want you to have the love and the blessings, experiencing the love and the blessings because they are present. They want you to see all of what you have been manifesting as far as harmonious relationships with your family, with the loved ones, with your partner, if you have a partner with you, with your pet. They want you to really enjoy the time that you have on this earth because it's precious. There's something about going out into nature and letting yourself allow them to tend to your wounds, because there's something about it healing you, whether it be the trees, whether it be just listening to them, whether it be just letting others speak into your life as they speak into your life the way you speak into other people's life. I just hope that makes sense. There's something about you needing to have that contentedness and letting your heart chakra also be addressed. Someone here is going through heart chakra activations, maybe healing some woundings about trusting other people or depending on others. Maybe this was a leap of faith for you to come and see this video and to tune in, but you felt drawn to it. Thank you. It's an honor to channel this for you. I just want you to know that I understand where you're coming from, and they're giving me the understanding to tell you this, and I hope this helps. There's something about Archangel Raphael as well, like the joy aspect of this whole journey coming to the forefront now in this moment in your alone time with them. I'm actually getting another message. If you guys feel like you're not doing well and you feel like there's some need for medical attention, there might be a desire. They want you to go and reach out for medical advice as well. Something's happening that you may need, and I'm hearing that train in the background as confirmation. Someone here needs to go to a doctor to get a checkup, because you might have physical wounds that you need to address. The mind, body, spirit connection is very thin. So there might be something you've been dealing with as far as addictive patterns, and you're doing great, but there's some need for you to address some physical concerns as well. So I needed to say that. And also the word reach came out. Reach out to them. Let them do what you do for others so frequently and so fervently. So I hope this helps you on your path. Please like, share, and subscribe if you resonated with this message or just know someone that would resonate with it. Please comment if you feel like being vocal about this and sharing what resonated for you. But until next time, I hope to see you soon, and you take care.